Welcome to our full walkthrough tour of Norwegian Cruise Line's Great Stirrup Cay, Bahamas, coming up on Talking Cruise. So good morning from the tender. We are getting off Norwegian Aqua this morning and heading to Great Stirrup Cay. Stirrup Cay, Bahamas. Let's go and have a great time.
Welcome to Great Stirrup Cay, guys. Enjoy, have fun.
So, Great Stirrup Cay is going through a very large transformation right now. This is April 2025, and towards the end of this year into next year, they will be having a pier built. So ships will no longer require tendering, which saves a lot of time. It's more comfortable for guests. They're also putting a pool in and a lot of other new services that really will bring it up to a new level and compete with places like Cay and other spots that offer more amenities. So Great Stirrup Cay has had several improvements over the past several years, but it's still more not as developed as a Cay, a perfect day at Cay. Even like the beach is a little bit different. It's not as groomed, so there's more of a natural kind of look to this island. I think that's going to slightly change with some of the improvements. So I'm really just going to walk you around here today and show you some of the features and amenities that are available to you at Great Stirrup Cay. It is a very nice day here. There are an abundance of beach chairs, so if you want to lay out in the sun, you've got lots of places to do so. Over here we have the launch area for the paddle boards. So these are excursions that you can pre-book, and you'll have access to these while you're here on the island. And you can see our ship in the distance there. That is the Norwegian Aqua. And if you didn't know this already, if you look over there in the distance, you can see two Royal Caribbean ships, because that is how close Perfect Day at Cay is. So this set of chairs and umbrellas right up against the Bacardi bar, these actually are at a cost. So it's $29 for the day for the chair and umbrella. And up here on the right, we do have the Bacardi bar. I remember this was put here many years ago on a cruise I took, I believe on Norwegian Sky. They had just opened this up, but still here, still going strong. And the patio up here is nice because it's paved and you have a really nice view. And let's check out some of the Bacardi special beverages they have here at the Bacardi bar. Of course, you've got your Cuba Libre, your rum and coke, you've got your mojito, daiquiris, and pina coladas. Now you might have to pay for those chairs that I showed you, but if you do have a beverage package from Norwegian Cruise Line on the ship, it is also acceptable here on Great Stirrup Cay. It's nice they do have this paved walkway that you can take around the inner part of the island if you don't want to walk in the sand. And over here we have the Great Stirrup Cay Lighthouse, which is one of the most distinguishable elements on the island since it's the tallest. And this is actually a launch platform for the zipline experience that they do offer here, which is also at another cost. So it's an excursion that you can pre-book before you come to the cruise, or you can book it on board, or last minute you can even book it here right on the island itself. Pretty smart idea that this grass is all artificial turf. Alrighty, we're going to continue to walk along this path, see how long this will take us before we transition to the sand surface. And I obviously want to show you the beach here as well. So you can see here the zip lines stretched out, and they go all the way across the beach, and some sections go over the water as well. So as I said before, you've got lots of beach chairs here at Great Stirrup Cay. You even have swings right here if you're so inclined. And while you're here, why not taking the game of volleyball with some of your fellow cruisers? And always good to know there are lots of bathroom options here on the island. So your eyes aren't deceiving you. We were just here a few moments ago. I took the right path. This time I'm going to take you down the left path. Down here we have the seating for the buffet, which will be opening up around 11:30. So this is one of the developments that they're planning here at Great Stirrup Cay. This is Horizon Park. And this is the entry point for the zip line experience. Here's some of the restrictions and some of the pricing. So it looks like adult is $99 for the Seahawk. I guess they have different lines that you can go on. So it goes from $99 to $139 depending on which one you're choosing, and then you can add a GoPro for $30, and then I guess you get to keep a SD card with that. And right next to the Lighthouse Zipline Experience, we do have the Great Stirrup Cay gift shop. Commemorate your zipline experience with a t-shirt. Harness room where they'll get you ready for your zipline experience. They do also have mini golf here, and this is a complimentary activity. Not sure how many holes they have, but a nice little way to pass some of the time here on Great Stirrup Cay. Okay, we're going to swing around the other side of the Lighthouse Experience building, and we'll see where this path continues to take us. I will get us on the sand. I just like to start off on the paved walkways. It's a little bit easier. You see a brave individual getting ready here for or finishing their zipline experience. I like this nice shaded section of the path over here. It is quite hot already this morning. And did I mention there's no shortage of chairs anywhere? It would be nice though if they did have some complimentary umbrellas in the mass of all these chairs, but it seems like those are only for paid experiences. Now here we are at Cabanas on the Cay, or Cay as some of you might say. So obviously these are rentable cabanas. They have a really nice elevated position, so you got a really great view out to the water, and they do have these nice substantial walkways to get you up and down. There's lots of signs here that talk about sea turtle nesting beach. So it looks like the season is March 1st to October 31st, which is right about now. Very familiar with the turtles and the nesting activities, living in South Florida myself. So pretty much what you can do on Great Stirrup Cay is up against the shoreline. There's not a whole lot going on in the interior. I know that's going to be changing with some of the new additions that are coming. Let's check this out down here. There's the Lighthouse Beach Bar. Doesn't look as big as the Bacardi bar, but I'm sure it's equally welcome to get some nice refreshments while you're at the beach. That's a really cool drink vehicle.
Hello.
How you doing?
To the pool deck, then we're gonna have a Hawaiian party. After, right?
Nice umbrella seating. And once again, all the drinks here at this particular location are included on your drink packages. So great job for that, Norwegian Cruise Line. So here we have a food truck. This is getting ready to serve up some barbecue. So we've got Caribbean ceviche, pulled pork barbecue, mahi-mahi fish sandwich, Baja spiced chicken, and for dessert, Bahamian rum cake, Caribbean coconut fudge bars. That all sounds great. And this is an aside option in case you don't want to go to the main buffet. These are all included here as well. So over here we have the stirred up barbecue. So you do have lots of food choices. aside from the main buffet area here. As the smoke is wafting and I'm smelling the burgers and dogs on the grill, we're getting set up here at the Stirred Up Barbecue. And we're going to continue walking along this paved pathway. And it looks like we do have some more cabanas over here to the left. I like this little white picket fence they have around here. And it looks like they have beach billiards. I've seen this before on some other islands. We're just going to continue to take this path as long as we can, and then we'll probably end up doubling back. And then we're getting towards the end here where this other zip line tower is. Oh, there's the zip liner right now. And I think we've come to the furthest part that we can go to on this walkway. There is a spot here called Silver Cove, which is a private retreat here at Great Stirrup Cay. That Silver Cove there is a complete private area. You can have air-conditioned cabanas, villas. They have their own pool, their own restaurant. The gentleman said it could be anywhere from $800 to $1,200 for the day, which really is not that bad considering on other islands you can get like simple cabanas for about that. So that sounds really, really great. Who knows, maybe on a future trip, if I have a whole bunch of people, I would maybe consider that. So I'm just going to take you down. Again, this is the furthest that we can go on our walking part of it, but I'll take you down here to the beach. And what I really like is that there's a whole bunch of coves dotted along the beach area, so you can pick the one that you like the most. As you get further and further away from the welcome area from the island, it becomes a little bit quieter and a little more, private. So keep that in mind as well. As far as the actual beach is concerned, they look pretty much the same. There's a little bit of rockiness in some of the areas, but there is, I can see from here, a very clear section of sandy water. And doesn't that look inviting? Once I'm finished wrapping up this tour, I will head into the water myself, because that's what I'm here for. Pretty much uninterrupted beach all the way down back to where we came from. So, if you want to prefer to walk along the beach area, you can certainly do that here. One thing you will notice though is that the chairs are pushed much further back over here. I think this area with the umbrellas is a private area that you have to pay extra for. But all the chairs, even the ones that are included, are much further back from the beach at this point of the island. All right, we're gonna continue to head back the way we started, heading towards the Welcome Center for Great Stirrup Cay. Definitely a lot harder to walk in the sand than it is on the paved walkways. But build up those calf muscles. Here's one of 2 beach volleyball games going on right now. So like I said, join in on the fun. It's great that you can take these stairs directly down from the Bacardi bar, head out onto the beach with your beverage, and enjoy swimming here in this cove. Not sure how I missed this Corona cart earlier, but it's pretty cool. Got the lighting and everything. So I'm going to take you on the other side now of the welcome area, back on a paved surface. Here we do have some more restrooms, lots of great showers as well to get the salt off, the sand off. In this cluster of trees right here, they do have some ping pong on the beach, which is kind of fun. And this is a kind of unique thing. How about a hot dog cart right here on the beach? If you want to really see some of the really nice marine life here, come into the Susan Rock Snorkel Center. There's some of the pricing. So once again, we do have a little enclave here of shaded structures, and these will all be at a cost, so whether it be the clamshell or the umbrellas. So pretty much for the most part, unless you find a shaded area with a tree, you're going to be in mostly sun, unless you do rent one of these other spots here on the island. And then just on the other side of those shaded areas, we do have yet another bar. So walk around, bar hop here at Great Stirrup Cay. So if you find yourself a little hungry, maybe you got off the ship really early, before they open up the main buffet, they do have this little hut that can set up with some snacks, some pastries, and then they do have coffee and some juices on the other side. And it's really great that the buffet area does have tons of shaded seating with these large picnic tables. And it looks like Norwegian brings washi-washi here to Great Stirrup Cay as well, with all of these washing centers. So over here we do have the main restaurant buffet on the island. It looks like they're not quite ready yet, but they're going to be setting up. And I'll bring you all the different offerings that they have here on the island. So I hope you enjoyed our tour here at Norwegian Cruise Line's Great Stirrup Cay. Don't forget to like this video, post your comments and questions, hit that notification bell, and subscribe for more Talking Cruise.